Section 5, it's congruence. We already talked about congruence when we were doing proportions and similarity. So, when shapes are congruent, corresponding sides or angles, or I should say and angles, are the matching pieces of two figures. Alright, so corresponding sides or angles are the matching pieces of two figures, and they're equal. Alright, so the lengths of each side, the corresponding parts, are equal. The angles are all going to be the same. So that's what congruence is, alright? Now, example 1. I want to ask for a congruence statement. Congruence statement is one figure letter, that little symbol, congruence symbol, to another letter in the corresponding order. I'll give you an example in a minute so you understand what I'm saying. Order is extremely important. Okay, so when you label something, just like when we were doing the angles and you do 3 letters to make an angle, remember going over that? The order wasn't important other than the middle letter had to be the vertex that you were talking about. Now order is important when we're talking about congruence in our congruence statement. So if I say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EGF, the order of how I wrote those tells you what pieces are corresponding to each other, what vertices are corresponding. It tells you everything you need. That's why the order is important. Notice this is not alphabetical. This is, just because that's the way I drew it. I'm going to draw the picture here in a minute. But this tells me these things. That vertex A in this triangle matches up with vertex E. B matches up with G, C to F. Which means this. This is really what I'm talking about. Segment AB is congruent to segment EG. Segment BC, Peyton, what do you think that's congruent to? That's right. GF. It's in the order of each triangle. Okay, so then what is AC congruent to? Now those are the sides. What about the angles? Angle A congruent to what? There you go. Angle E. Angle B is congruent to G. And angle C is congruent to angle understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so this right here is technically your congruent statement. When it asks for the congruent statement, this is what you got to put based on the figure that they gave you. Don't write this every time it asks for that. I'm saying you don't need all of this, but you have to have all of this to say this. Meaning if any one of these things isn't true, you can't say this. Do you understand? All right. So when it asks for the congruent statement and you know all of this to be true, then you can write this down for your congruent statement. All right, so here's an example of the figures. Triangle A, B, C. So then I ought to be able to draw EGF. Congruence means they're the exact same. So where does E go? Right angle, that's right, because that's where A is at. Neffy, give me another one. Where's G go? It goes to the same spot G is. That's what correspondence means. So if you understood that, then you understand corresponding positions. That's what correspondence means. Has everybody got it? Okay. Example 2. Okay, so here let's do some math. That's what you wanted to do, right? So we have triangle ABC. At angle C, it's 30 degrees. AB is 16 units long. And AC is x plus 2 units long. So there's your figure. Now we're going to do some math. Y'all catch up and calculate. Here we have another triangle, STR. ST is 2y units long. Angle T is z degrees. And RS is 14 units long. Alright, now what's important here is that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle STR. Alright, so you're given that information, and that tells you a whole lot. Yes? Yes. Alright, so since they're congruent and you understand correspondence, then you ought to be able to tell me what x is and what z is. So here's the first part, find x. So what is corresponding to x plus 2? Okay, so they're equal, right? Yeah. So x plus 2 equals 14. Brianna, what's x? 12. Yeah. How do I find y?
It's congruent to 16.
Congruent to 16, so what are you going to say? What's your equation?
2y equals 16.
2y equals 16, so y equals 8. Good. Now, z. Just got done doing a whole lot of angles, degrees, and triangles. What do you know about degrees and triangles?
The 30 is 90
You're on the right track, so.
I don't know.
Okay. Yes.
All the degrees and ABC triangle would equal 180 degrees.
Yep, they'll have to equal 180.
And the 30 plus 90 equals 120. And
Yep.
that means 60 degrees is left.
So that means this is 60.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you?
That's
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. There you go. So that, you're going to be given a bunch of problems like this. You have to match up the pieces and solve. Any questions? Yeah.
How'd you know that was 60?
Because there's 180 degrees in every triangle. That's 30. That's 90. What's that add up to? So what's left? And that corresponds with angle T.
When you have to find this, you have to put the equation.
Yeah, I want you to write the equations down and solve them. Okay. All right. Assignment. Page 224, 121 all.